start things first. That totally made it perfect. Welcome back to another review of RuPaul's Drag Race. I think this is one of my favourite weeks every season. It is the Snatch Game. I know everybody goes crazy for this. The reason why I think so many people go so crazy for it is it shows every aspect of each drag queen of what their potential is, and you really see who's going to do really well after the show and who's just not really going to do much. I think the first thing that I need to say is, as predictable, Bob turned it out. The fact that Bob did two different characters on the Snatch Game, on the panel, that are so opposite to each other. They're like nowhere near the same calibre or the same type of character, yet he still performed both of them. Did a change and became someone else. No mix-ups or anything between the two characters that he was doing. Shows his comedic value, and he's going to do really well as a comedy drag queen. He already is, but you know, after the show he's just going to rock it so much. Now obviously Bob won the challenge this week. I actually thought that Thorgy Thor should have possibly won. Again, it's another tie between the two of them. Thorgy Thor has totally rocketed up my estimations of her ability and is doing amazingly well. And Michael Jackson was on point, the humour was all in there, the runway performance, the look she went for. Exactly, I think we need to talk about Kimono Gate. There's a part of me that wants to go to each and every single one of the drag queens that went on that stage in a kimono and bitch slap. Why did so many of them do it? 4 drag queens, all in a kimono. Thorgy's, I think, was the most iconic out of the 4. It was elegant, it was unique, it had a very Thorgy vibe to it. She wasn't trying to be Madonna but be inspired by Madonna, which I really liked. I think Naomi tried to do the same, but with Naomi's style being very, I'm just in my underwear, show this leg, show this. She basically wears underwear every single week, and very basic makeup and hair, and I don't understand why Naomi's still in it. Well, no, I do. Each week Naomi makes me think, oh, actually she has potential, and then the next second, like, no, maybe not. And it's like, I'm very torn with her. I still can't really decide. Derek's kimono on the runway, it was very unique. I really liked the hand-painted design, it was very beautiful. Bitch, you really need to turn something out that was really stunning, unique, looked really different to anything else you've done before. And if you've seen that the other queens are all wearing kimonos, why put on a kimono? Because it's white, so it's different to the other queens that are all doing red ones. Really, bitch? Really? And in all honesty, I actually thought Thorgy Thor would have gone out in something like what I would have wore. I'd have totally gone for a full goth girl, 80s, like a virgin kind of outfit, because it's more my style. And I thought Thorgy would have gone for something more like that, something that was a bit more rocky, or whereas I think Acid Betty actually went out and something that was perfect for her. It was something that was very showy and dramatic and unique that none of the other bitches did. Yet, because her performance in Snatch Game was bad, she sent her home. And I actually, for once, for one of the only times I'll probably ever do this, I need to read Michelle for a second. She needs to think about what she's actually saying to the queens, because she turns around to Acid and said, your makeup's nothing special tonight, kind of a comment. Every week she's saying that she needs to do something different, that it's very over the top and it's a bit too much. And then she actually tones it back and does something that's a bit more simpler, and you read her for not doing something dramatic or anything. Derek Berry comes out and saying the same makeup every single week, changes the colour on her eyelids, that's it. No unique style painting techniques at all. The same can be said for Naomi. Naomi comes out in bitch perfect makeup every week. It's not anything unique, neither of them have, and yet keeping them in there and sent Acid Betty home. Yes, Acid Betty's performance in Snatch Game was awful. Yes, Acid Betty was a bitch backstage constantly, but she's better when comes to makeup than Derek and Naomi, yet you kept them in. I know, Michelle, that's not your decision, it's Ruth's decision, but I won't go into reading Mother Ruth, shall I? In all honesty, when it came down to the final lip sync, between Acid Betty and Naomi Smalls, I was sat there with my jaw on the floor thinking it should have been Derek and Naomi, because I think with both of them, they brought nothing original to Snatch Game and nothing original to the stage. Yes, Derek Barry's Britney Spears was a good Britney. Was it funny? Was it entertaining? Was it different? No. She brought out something that was something that we've seen a million times, because she brings Britney every week. And it's like, she had a chance to do something different, and because the way she showed that other character to Rue, it made Rue think, I don't think you're going to win if you have that, which is why I think Rue let her off with that basic performance of Britney, because she's the one that made her do it. She's the one that suggested that she sticks with something that she knows, and I think that Derek should have gone out and took a risk and did something different, so she's not known as just being Britney. Now, for all that I like Bob's performance and what Bob did something really bitchy in the workroom to start with and irritated the hell out of me. Already, the show only came out last night. I've literally just finished watching it, done my makeup, and already I've seen thousands of people saying the same thing. Bob stopped Naomi from doing something potentially great. So Naomi wanted to go and do the Goldberg, and was even sat there with the wig on her head, and I'm not sure what she was using. I know it's meant to be like the bandana, but it just looked like a piece of cloth. I don't know whether it was a bandana just hadn't been folded up correctly or what, because when she took it off it almost looked like a t-shirt, and I got very confused. But she was holding it around her head like and doing a Whoopi impression, and I think she could have actually done really well with it. But then Bob has to come out with, oh, that's really good, you do that really well. I need to show you how much I look like her now. And made it about her. She should have instantly gone, do that because that's really good for you. I've got two other ones that I want to do, so I'm going to play with them. You had two other characters that you had in mind. Why say you've got the habit, you've got the wig, that's what you're going to do when you then change it? Let Naomi have it. Just say, Naomi, you have that one because you're doing that really well. I've got two others in mind that I'm really good at doing both of those as well. She still would have done really well, and Naomi could have potentially did something amazing in Snatch Game, and then Derek would have gone home this week. Because I'm sorry, but if Derek had to dance against Acid, Derek would have gone. Right, so I think that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for this week, because there was a lot going on. I'm not entirely happy with it again. But it's not my decision at the end of the day. Right, so I will have somewhere on the screen my tally as usual, where I think everyone's sat now after that episode. Bear in mind that I would have had Acid Betty higher up, and I would have had probably Derek Berry go home this week, possibly even Naomi Smalls go home this week. And that's everything for this week, so thank you very much for watching. So I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Shut up and sit down.
Broke myself for some reason. Why is that clicking? Stop recording, so I shouldn't ignore it. And the only ones that I thought were, well, I think they all had their own potential and they all had their own uniqueness to them. But Britney, she should have. There's a lot of things that she could have done, and I'm not going into that. Naomi wanted to do. What was her name? And words escape you like religiously. I've got about 20 different people's names in my head right now, and I can't remember which one I'm meant to be saying. Shit in the hell. Oh, my idols as well. Oh, fucking Whoopi. Doing a Whitney impression. Well, I was thinking of doing Whoopi Goldberg. Here, I'll put my outfit on. After she did, I will say it.